Hello my friends, and welcome to my hobby home. Tonight I am going to be showing you how to do this block right here. This is a block that I received as a clue on a virtual shop hop. I'm not sure how much information I can share, so I'm not going to share the pattern. I'm not going to share any sizes or anything other than this is a 6.5 by 6.5 block right here. So I just kind of wanted to show you how to do this block. If you are interested in getting the pattern that I'm doing this block from, I will link the website in my description box. So you can go and look at the pattern. I believe they already have it out there, but I'm not sure. But I thought this was a beautiful block. I've already got a couple squares done. You can see this part here. I've already done these pieces here, and I'm just making a square here. So I really thought that you might like this square, and I don't have my light on so you can see it. I don't know what kind of glare it's going to create. Let me cut that light on because I think it's going to be really bright. Ooh. But I don't know if you can see that with that bright light on it. But that is a square, and it is what is called a corner piece of a block. So, but let's get into it, and I'll show you how I've made this block. It's fairly simple, but I will tell you I did have to trim up a good bit. First thing I did was I put my pieces on my workboard here, and the first piece we're going to do is this one here. I'm going to fold it down because I know that's where it goes, and I am going to match up this seam and I am going to have to pull this up a little bit because if you'll see there, one side of it was shorter than the other. Now I have to make sure I'm doing it on the right side. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so, and I will show you, I did put my 1/4 inch stopper here, and I know when my needle is in the 6.5 position that the edge of my foot is a 1/4 inch. But just to be on the safe side, I put my seam gauge right there. So I am going to double check myself, make sure when this folds down, my pink is down here. I'm going to make sure that my sides are even. I'm going to put this on under here, drop my foot, drop my needle. Okay. Okay, then the next piece I have to do is the one right next to it. So I'm going to pull that off, and I know I'm going to be stitching on this side right here. So since this seam goes down right here, I'm going to make sure to stitch from the back, so I'm going down the seam. But we have to make sure that this side right here is even. Now this one is a little short also, but that is going to be okay as long as I keep my green bottom fabric at 1/4 inch. It should be okay. We'll just slide this one on down under here. Okay, and the third one that we will do is this bottom one right here. I don't know if you can see this over here. You may be able to see a little bit of it on the board, but I'm not sure. So we are going to make sure to line this edge seam up, and I can line this up on the corner because it looks like it's all the same length. I think one of my hems got off of 1/4 inch just a little bit, and they were a little more than 1/4 of an inch on my little bitty square pieces. So that's why I'm letting them overhang differently. Okay, this one here I'm going to have to get under here, and then I'm going to have to work on the bottom corner just a little bit. I'm going to let my machine pull that under and get that needle in it. There we go. Got that corner together. Sometimes I can't get the fabric to move, and I know if I can get it under my needle. Okay. We're going to pull these 3 pieces here, and I'm going to separate them. And on all the pieces, we iron to the green. So I will flip this up and iron this down. And I'm hoping I don't bump you guys, because I've got my camera right here next to my iron. Okay, so that's going to be that one right there. And then we'll get this last piece done. And that one is going to go right there. So the next step we are going to do is put these 2 pieces here together, and see how that one has a little bit shorter. We are just going to make sure that the seams nest right here in the center, and then we'll make sure this side seam matches up, because when we get our seam allowance right here, it's going to catch that, and you're not going to be able to tell that. And plus, we will be trimming it up too, because I had to trim the other one. I made a test one to make sure that everything was matching up, and everything is measuring bigger than 6.5. So and we want to trim, if it's not the size it's supposed to be, we do want to trim it up. And see here, I'm making sure these corners and this end matches. Now I am going to be using my little scissors. I have a stiletto over here, but this will work just as good, because I have a guard right here before my needle, and it won't let my scissors go under there. But I just kind of help that seam go down a little bit so it doesn't get caught. So now we have to put the 3rd piece on. This is this side piece, and it goes right here like this, and we'll fold this over here. And I believe I have no, I don't have a seam to worry with there nesting it. So what we're going to do is put that top corner together, and we know that bottom's not going to be long enough because of my seam differences. And it seems like it was just those little pink pieces that got like that. And I'm going to try to make sure they're perfectly even there. And get that stitched together. And that is the top of our unit here, and it shows me that I am supposed to press everything to the left. So how I'm going to do that, I'm going to just lay it down and then press everything up while I do it. Okay, and now it's pressed. I do have a lot of little strings here that I need to go on and trim up before I sew that bottom piece on it. My ceiling fan is wanting to blow everything around, making it a little harder in here. And I don't know about y'all, but man, it is hot. Let me know in the comments what temps y'all are dealing with today. It is severely hot today. I mean, on the thermometer, or the truck thermometer gauge, or whatever it is, I can't think of what that thing is called. It shows it was over 100 degrees today. Unreal. So this one here, we're going to just flip up, and we're going to be nesting these seams right here. And I've got that seam nested right there, nice and cozy. So that seam is nested right there. So what I'm going to do here is go on and match this up. Put that under my foot and drop that needle. And I'm going to help the seam out just a little bit here. Okay, now I know this is not going to measure 6.5, but let me press it out and we'll see what it does measure. Now this one has to press to the green side here, which, I mean, I know they all have green, but okay, this is what my block, my square looks like before I've trimmed it. And oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of trimming that has to be done. How I decide where to start is I see which side has the worst edges. And that's going to be this side. And I'm going to line up to my green on this side with my 6.5. And then I take my line here I make sure my line is nice and straight there, and I can even line up these right here and see, because this is even not straight over here. But I have my rotary cutter, making sure I catch all them little pieces there. And now that I have that side straight, I'm going to, and I do have one of the rotating boards, but it's just easier for me while I have this going on to just flip it myself, because I'm right-handed, and rotating that board, it's a big board too. It's very nice though when you have a big project that you're working on and just need to turn everything. So I'm hoping I can get this done before my mic dies on me. It looks like it's trying to die on me. Okay, so now I'm going to set my line here on the bottom. And I'm going to go 6.5 right here. Okay, and I hold my measuring ruler really good so it's not slipping. I really need to get some of those that have the grips on them. I think these might have came with grips, but I don't know what happened to them. Oh, I can't do that. I have to keep it turned upside down here. Let me get here, and we're going to go on the 6.5 right here. I'm going to line up. I'm going to line my line up right here and right here on the side. Okay. And there you go. So now that is a block to our quilt, and I will show you. This is my 1-in-1 right here. I will sit it on that so you can see. I'm sure it's going to probably have a glare right here. That's my 6.5 marker right there. I'm right on it. This is my 6.5 marker right here. I'm right on it. So there you go. I hope you would like to join doing this with me. I'm going to give periodic little things because this is the first time I've ever made one of these. If I had messed up on it, I really would have been asking for questions and tips. And if you do have any tips, please tell me. I will take any pointers I can get. But that's a real pretty square, I think. So if you like this type of video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And if you'd like to see new content as I upload it, feel free to click that notification bell. And really do appreciate you guys checking my video out. And until we see each other again, have a very blessed day. Thank you so much. Goodbye.